Hey there, welcome back guys. In this video we're going to show you how to use your Xmaker Joy and push the external files to your printer so that you can print anything else other than what's inside the contain experience which you have inside the app. And this video comes highly recommended from one of our viewers / subscribers. As you can see here, I just got the Xmaker 3D printer, but I don't know how to slice external files and print. We've got you covered. So without any further ado, let's get started. You'll need any device. Most likely you could do it Android, iPhone, or whatever else is out there, as long as you have access to the internal storage on the device. And thankfully, it took Apple a couple years to do it, but you can now access files internally stored on here without having to jailbreak it from your computer. All right. So knowing that and moving forward, I'm just going to push everything over here so that you can see from where to navigate to. The name of the app is called Reflector. Great application, and hopefully it'll work. We'll just push it right there. And let's see what we have here. There we go. There's our phone. Okay. And then what you'll do is you'll open up the Xmaker Joy application. See, there it is, Xmaker. Allows you to view everything that's here. And like I was saying before, it's a DIY experience, do it yourself. But as you can see, a lot of the printing experience, oh wow, that looks really cool. A little, looks like a, similar to this thing that we have here. But you should be able to print this on your printer, the Master Blaster, but except it's a flower that shoots out. Instead, we have this one right here. Really neat. I'll leave a link to this in the description. You should be able to print it and slice it. As you can see, everything is self-contained. You're like, ooh, I like that. I want to print it. And then you just print, make sure you leave off RAF supports, and then you can print it. But let's say there's something else I want, like let's say a little fish, right? So here's a little fish that I have here in my desktop. As you can see, I'm going to bring it right here. It's a little fish STL. See, there it is. Now, you have the option of importing it as an STL and slicing it on the Xmaker Joy application, or you can slice it on your computer. Either or. I'm going to show you both ways, okay? So the first way, what you're going to do is you're going to click here. Make sure your phone and the computer are connected to the same Wi-Fi, okay? Or maybe you might be able to text it to yourself too. Right-click, and then what you're going to do is you're going to select Share, okay? And then AirDrop. If you don't see your machine, just select AirDrop. And see, there's my phone. And wait for it. See, and there it is. It just came in. And now if I select Done, there's my file. Now you have the option to send to someone else. You can copy it or save to files. So I'm going to choose Save to Files. And I'm going to save it to, let's see. You see on my phone. You can save it into the Chrome folder. And just select right there, just hit save. Voila. Now you got to navigate to the Chrome folder or whichever folder you decided to save it to. There's no like, oh, you got to save it here. Save it wherever you want. Okay. Knowing that and moving forward, what I'm going to do is, see, there it is right there. And I actually might already be inside the Chrome folder. Okay. Knowing that and moving forward, now that it's there, I can go back into the Xmaker Joy application, right? And you select print. And when I go to print, I have no idea what that is. Oh, probably because I selected print for the one that I was just shooting out that little device thingy. All right. So remember, you don't have to be connected to your printer. All right. So knowing that and moving forward, we're just going to go back and go back and go back right here. And you select printer, okay? And then you select, see right there where it says Go Slicing, right here. And in case you can't see it, I will activate the cursor so that you can follow along. And let's see what we have here. Hold on one second. I'll just go here. I'll just close that, and then close that, and then right here, see, voila. So as you can see, you select printer, and then right here, Go Slicing. So we're going to select Go Slicing. See, it's empty. And you're like, wow, now I can print anything I want without having to have that self-contained, isolated experience that's supposed to be just right for you. The good thing about those files is they're already scaled to size to work right for you. Scaled means made smaller. Like for example, there isn't enough room on that build plate to print this dragon. You'd have to scale it, which means make it smaller. But you can figure that out on your own by printing something small and getting an idea of it, okay? So you see over here on the bottom left-hand corner, okay? I'm gonna select there and then import local files. See, and there it is, there's the fish. Now you can navigate to your folder, but I don't have to. If you needed to navigate, you would just select browse, okay? And now I'm gonna select my fish. Remember, it's not sliced, see, which means that it's already standing up, which could be a little bit complicated because if you know, your printer can't print that like that unless it had some sort of supports, all right? Knowing that and moving forward, what we're gonna do is we're gonna select it, just press it, okay? And after you press it, I'm going to press one of these right here on the right-hand side, most likely to bring it down. See, and it doesn't really work. That would be this one right here, lay flat, okay? All right, so let's see. And you have to press it a couple of times, okay? Just like pressing it and pressing it. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and just press it again. And then sometimes if you press move, right, the little move thingy right here, in case you're wondering which one is move, it's right there, but you can't access it from the computer, okay? Press move, and then different options appear. And now if I press down like that, again, and no luck. Wait for it, see it moved, right? And then this button right here undoes everything, okay? And it's just a little glitch with the app. It doesn't behave the way you want it to behave, but we'll get it. So we'll press right there, the move button, okay? And then we'll just do it like that. Press it again. And if that doesn't work, it's not successful, I'll show you the other way around it. Because as you can see, it can be daunting. See, it's getting there, but not getting there. It's supposed to be laying flat. But before I continue, you also want to click here on this little toggle thingy right there, right? Click there. RAF supports none, because it's gonna be hard to take everything off. And let me see if I go back. See if it'll let me do it now. Nope, it won't let me do it. Even if I select move as an option. All right, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, depending on your device. But the way around that is like this. So now we're gonna open up the STL file inside of Cura, okay? Cura is going to open up here, but I'll bring it over so that you guys can see, okay? And then now, we don't need any of these settings right here, so I'm just going to move the phone over, okay? And there's the fish. See, this is how it works. Select it. It's how it's supposed to work in the perfect world, right? You can select it. You have move selected, but what you want to do is right here. See right there? I'm going to have to disconnect this right here because it's glitching out. Okay. So right over here, you have move, right? You have scale, which makes it bigger and smaller. This is for the folks that just got their Xmaker Joy and aren't familiar with these settings, okay? Rotate, which allows you to turn it left, right, up and down, which you want to be in rotate, okay? And then watch, when I hit that lay flat, boom. Again, lay flat. See? And then to make sure, use your arrow key, going up and down. Looks like it's laying flat. And that's as far down as it's going to go. Okay, see, we're in the rotate section. And as you can see on here, we're on the rotate section, which is that little arrow. See, like that. And then if I select lay flat, it's not working. Lay flat, it's not working. See, and we have the same features here, but unfortunately, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work. See, it should work, but unfortunately not. But if you get it working, great. So we already did it here. We sliced it on Cura, okay? Knowing that and moving forward, now what you're gonna do is, I'm just gonna move everything over so that you guys can see. Move this over here and see where it says slice? We're gonna select slice. 3 minutes to print, fast and easy to print. And you wanna do that, test it out. And as you can see, there's no raft here. But by default, this application on the phone puts raft on everything. So you just want to make sure you don't have a wrap, because you probably experienced that it's hard to come off. All right, just call it fish. And then we're going to save it to desktop. Even though there's a fish on the desktop, this is going to be saved as a G-code file. In case you're wondering, the suffix, which is the ending, hold on one second, which would be on my desktop right here. I'll just move it over. See, now we have a G-code file. All right, so now I'm going to take that G-code file, leave this here like this so that we can see. So we already sliced it. You found the project you like. Hopefully you didn't have to scale it. If you did, that's fine. I'll show you how to scale it too, because once you brought something in, you probably need to scale it too. Okay. All right, so we're just going to close this, because remember, you just did what you needed to do. See the G-code file? There's a G-code file, and then we have an STL file. All right, so you're going to want to right-click on the G-code file. See, right here, G-code. Just right-click, and then select Share. And then see, there it is. I don't see my device, unfortunately. My phone should be in the queue. Anyway, AirDrop. Select the phone. Wake up phone up. And then, whoops, select Done. See, there's the fish. And then I will select Done, since it's in there. See, it says G-code. See right here? G-code, STL. G-code means we sliced it. We put it flat, because it wouldn't do it in this particular application. So now I can go back, go slicing. See, build plate's empty. So every time you go back, the build plate's going to be empty again. And then I'll click right here. See right here on the bottom left-hand corner. Select Import Local Files. See right down here. And you might have slices in there too if you've already sliced stuff. Import Local. See, and where's my G-code file? We have STL. Let's see, it should be in there. If you don't see it, just type in fish. See, and there it is. Where it went, I don't know, but it's fine. We found it. See, and there it is. Why I put it there, I don't know. But probably because of the build plate, because we sliced it on the build plate for, here, I'll show you, hopefully if it lets us. Because remember, the X Maker Joy build plate is like a quarter of this, right? So if you look here, even though it was sliced, open recent, fish STL, you see, and then we can just bring it down again, and not scale, but remember the move part, right? And then you have right down here, it's glitching out, so it's hard to, you got to do it really fast. And you see right there. So that corner, this center is here because it's the Ender 3 S1 Pro. There is no X Maker Joy build plate. Let's say if we added a printer. Now these are all Creality stuff. So you have to remember that the center here is the edge, and this would be the box. Okay, somewhere between here and there. So let's say if we centered it. So we're going to go to Move, right, and then center it there. You know that between here, here, and here is your build plate experience. So that when I slice it, it should be in the middle now. Okay, so now if I go slide this over, and then we'll go slice, and then save to disk. I'm going to call it Fish M for fish middle, right? Fish M. Okay, save it to desktop. Now I'm going to go to my desktop. Okay, it's probably on this side. Get rid of this one. Move to trash. See, Fish M. So now when I go, well, not yet though. Hold on, let's leave this over here so you guys can see me bring it in. Okay, so now if I go here, and then if I, now I'm there, and if I right click, okay, and then if I go to share, and then go to AirDrop, and go here to my phone, it came in. Most likely I'll have to find it again. Select done, and then, so no, now it appeared there, which is great. See that? So now I'm going to close here, right? Well, actually, I'll leave it open so I can explain to you. a little bit. See, so we put it in the middle because we got a rough idea of where that build plate is. So now I'm going to go to fish code M, right? So now I'm just going to go here to the application. Remember, right here on the right hand side, select M, import local files. I don't see it. Why it's not there, I don't know, but I'll just type in fish. See, and there's fish M right there. All right, see, it's somewhat in the middle. You get an idea. Anyway, you can finagle it so that you know where exactly the center is. Maybe you can count all those things, but that's okay because even though it's sliced, we might still be able to, no, we can't move it. See, that's the thing. It's already there. So that's where it's going to print on the build plate. So you can keep moving everything over until you actually reach that center point. But we know the center here on Cura is actually the corner, right? And we know what we think is the center is somewhat the center and could be moved over a little bit more. Let's see if we can actually get it down to the T. Because remember, if you're working with a file that's bigger, you're going to have to scale it down, move it back, scale it down, move it back. Or you can just import the STL, but as you can see, it's a little bit glitchy with that experience because it's not letting you work it the way you would want to easily as 1, 2, 3 when doing that. But as you know, let's see what we have here. Import from local. I just want to see where exactly it could be. Fish, okay? Because this way you'll know. All right, so let's get a rough idea. So we know that that's a little bit there. Let's move it a little bit here. Okay, and let's see how that goes. Now we're going to slice it and then save to disk. And then we'll do fish right? Because it's now maybe the middle. Okay, so that's saved to the desktop. And the desktop most likely would be further down on my end. Mine works a little bit similar. Move to trash, and we'll move this one here. There we go. And now we're going to share it. Move to, where is share? Right there. Okay, there we go. And then now it'll come to the phone. And in case you're wondering, we'll just do it right here. See, it came in, fish M, and I'll select done. And now I have to, oh, nice, it's right there. But unfortunately, that won't work for me because I have to do it from this application. Okay. And then we go here, import to local, import. And I'm going to type in fish. And then all the fish should be there. Fish MM. You can delete them as you know, somewhat centered, which is really good. Now, the only thing is that, remember, this is the little fishy, right? So this works perfect. We got it in the center. Now I open recent, and this is pretty big. See that? We'd have to scale it to 1/4 of the size of that fish. So I'll just move this over so you guys can see. But don't worry, you'll see in a second as I go here to scale. Then when you scale it, you want to make sure uniform scaling selected. And we'll scale it to maybe 25%. Now, this will print, but it may or may not fit the item it's supposed to go on to, because as you can see, we scale it and we uniform scaled it, right? And then after you scale it, you would select move, okay? And now I can move it anywhere, but it might not fit the drone it's supposed to go on. But so make sure when you do import it, and make sure it just fits on the build plate here, because if it fits, you know, at 100%, then I doubt it, because look, if I click undo, it's pretty big, and I don't think it's gonna, you see, there's not enough room on that build plate. So some items you'll scale down and have a great print experience that will just come out smaller, right? And you just put it wherever. And other items that require scaling so it could fit onto something may not work because it's just too small and the build plate is limited. Something like this will print. As you see, this is scaled, right? And then some other items are scaled too, which means scaled just means made smaller, like this here. Some fidgets we have here, scalable, because you know there's enough room on your build plate to fit that, right? we scaled it down smaller. Plenty of room on the build plate to make it smaller. So you got to decide, use your depth and perception and your imagination, and before you print it, and be like, will that fit? Yes. Will this fit? Yes. This is actually scaled down to, I forget what the percentage is, but this is one of the Xmaker Joy Chameleon things that you'll see inside of the isolated experience, but I wanted to print it a little bit smaller, and we were able to by pulling it out, by finding out where it was. There are URLs to certain prints that you can find by just looking at where, let's say you like a print that's on here, right? So you would just basically, let's say I like a print. You go to the things and then say, ooh, I like this one, these little baskets. And then you would just type that in, a woven, and sometimes there's a link, and other times there isn't, like if I click on parts, but no, nothing. So it's a lot of times you'll have to see where it says a woven style storage basket with movable hinges. Kind of looks a little bit like the Socket Buddy remastered. But anyway, and that's how you would do it. And you would just do a search for it. And when you found it, if we go to view, see, view lets you go into slicing. But just remember, before you slice it, make sure there aren't any, if you go to edit, right? And then print, save, etc. Let's see if I like that, right? If I like this, if I go to print, it'll show up here. Make sure you always select here. There's no need to add rafts because one, they're a pain to get off, and two, it adheres to the build plate without a problem. And a lot of the prints from here are already preset to scale to print for that particular printer that you have right there. And I believe that is pretty much it. Let's try one last time to see if we can get it to move on the build plate, right? Like if I want, not this one, but just go back. When you go back, you exit it, and then basically you're starting from scratch again. Click on printer, which is at the bottom right here, and then select, can't do it from my desktop, go slicing. And then you select open, and then import local files. I want to try the fish STL again. As you can see, I can't print it standing up. And if I press move, right? See, I'm not, it's a little glitchy. Sometimes you got to tap it a few times. It is workable depending on your device, and you don't have to be connected to your printer, but you do have to be connected to your printer once you slice it and want to print. And as you can see, I want to bring it down. No. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. As you know, you can't print standing up, and you just bring it into your machine and then work the magic that way. And this will do like that. That's just to rotate. And some of the options work and some don't. Anyway, you get the idea. And that's pretty much it. Kind of neat, huh? Gotta love it. Anyway, I hope this video helped you. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below, or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time.